It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Browns and the silver and black. And it's coming up next.
In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Justin Hopkins out, ready to send this away. And we're off and running in Las Vegas. Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. So out had the Raiders for their first possession. They're brought out by someone who's kept the exact energy now as he had when he entered the league back in 2019. It's Gardner Minshew.
Kate, I don't know how many people know the story of Gardner Minshew and how close he was to becoming a GA and coaching. Mike Leach got on the phone with him and said, hey, why don't you take one more swing at this thing? Come out to Pullman, Washington, and lead my pirate ship. And all he did with that mustache was light the college football world on fire. And all he's been in the NFL with multiple organizations is that same spark plug that just makes something happen.
Got a man, it's Mayer. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 38. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tried getting that one to Brock Bowers. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send him off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing him up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Punt meets him at the 28. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
After winning the national title at Clemson and early success at Houston, there's no question that Deshaun's career has been slowed by some injuries and other challenges. But when he is on the field, at every level he's ever played, he's just got a calm. And that calm comes with the trusting of talent that he has in himself. He knows how to run, he knows how to throw, and when he's available, he's still a difference maker.
Quick to the air, here's Watson. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now. Watson looking to throw. Into the hands of Elijah Moore. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. Has him on the quick hitter. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Behind Diablo there on the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Sticking to the air with Watson. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that gives the Browns a first.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. Another one for Ford. Again, he hits the second level. Has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Well, Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some point every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force the punts and then cash it in for 6 on their opening drive.
Do we do it every game?
It feels like it. Almost every game, yeah.
I think you're right, because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league, and the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Hopkins has it on the tee, and he's ready to send it flying. It's Amir Abdullah with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the Raiders' offense. They didn't start the game off like they wanted, Brock. Still searching for that opening first down as they take the field a second time. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Madison. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Minshew working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Minshew. Looking. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself.
A.J. Cole on to punt. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Browns will go on offense. First down, ball at the 36. From the gun, it's Ford. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Play action, it's Watson. Vacates quickly left side. And the Raiders get there and take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Third and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, here's Watson. He's on the move. He's running for it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Watson on 1st and 10. Makes the connection. Here's Jerome Ford. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
First and 10, here's Watson. Connection made to Judy. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
The Raiders bringing out a couple extra defensive backs for 3rd down. They're in the dime. Working from the gun, Watson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives them 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the... And he has the Cleveland touchdown! The Browns get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Deshaun Watson with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Hopkins knocks the extra point through. And the Browns drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Abdullah now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running right, it's Madison. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the 28. That one's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for Raiders first.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Minshew on 1st down. Gets the feet in. That's a catch.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Lone back gets the handoff. And the pursuit gets there to escort him out at the line of scrimmage. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Minshew looking to throw. That's Mayer. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
Here comes A.J. Cole back to the field for a punt. James Prochet returning this for the Browns. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Watson to the air. Dumped off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Watson. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Nate Hobbs in on that stop. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter. Browns in control of it. They're looking at 3rd and still 10 here. Finding Judy. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. To throw, here's Watson. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Watson to throw it. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. This is ahead for about 5. Tracked down by Robert Spillane.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here's 2nd and 5. Judy there to grab it. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. That's Tillman, he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. Second and 3 now. They give inside to Chung. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Watson looking to throw. That's complete, David Njoku. And he's out just a second shy of reaching the red zone. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Browns a first.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
A give up the middle to Ford. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Staying on the ground with Ford. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Chubb. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Running left, here's Ford. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
Here's Chubb up the middle. And he only gets this one down to the 9. Only a yard on that pickup, and it's going to be 3rd and goal at the 9.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Watson has it, 3rd and goal. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Carlson's kick is good. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Abdullah now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Inside handoff goes to Madison. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Minshew. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. They give now to Madison. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's about 3 yards, but still a tall mountain to climb. 3rd and long upcoming.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns and wide receiver Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next drive. And as he accumulates catches this season, Brock, some have stuck out to us more than most, and we had one of them on that last drive as he's reached a significant milestone for himself this year. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. The Browns pushing for a bigger lead before halftime. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run. You know, Kay, that is the epitome of trust right there. Right when the ball is let out of his hands, I think everybody on the sidelines in the stadium went, because you throw it in double coverage, and you may question the decision, but it's tough to challenge it when it produces results like that.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Able to get it to Moore. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Sticking to the air with Watson. He's got to... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. The Raiders go a nickel on this 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Escapes the pocket. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st. And now the Raiders call for the 1st of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. He connected once, and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. Carlson's kick is good. And that will add to their score.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Abdullah now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Raiders going to get the football one final time in the 1st half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. Putting a receiver in motion. 1st and 10, Minshew. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Throwing here, Minshew. He'll get it complete to Alexander Madison. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 47. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out. and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Back to throw it. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In third and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a fourth downs instead.
He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He's got it deep downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. But there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Browns and quarterback Deshaun Watson gearing up for their next series. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Second half's going to start with a run by Chubb. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
1st and 10 from the 41. Throwing is Watson. Got a man, it's Njoku. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Chubb here on 1st down. Works his way to the 35. And he has this all the way down to the 29-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Again, it's Chubb. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Well, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, it's Ford. And they had that one contained right at the line. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
And it's a nickel look by the Raiders. 3rd down coming up. Finding Judy. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
That's how you draw it up defensively. That's exactly what you want the coverage to do. Force that quarterback to throw it short and get off the field.
So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. Carlson's kick is good. And their special teams converts to get them something out of that possession.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Abdullah now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 from the 41. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Got a man, Bowers has it. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Handoff now from the gun. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the shotgun, Minshew. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target to make a play on it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Madison. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It takes every piece of the symphony working in concert right there. When you run a draw on 3rd and long, everybody's got to do their job. The problem, they didn't, and this defense responded.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. The Browns with their offense back out there as Nick Chubb returns to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. First and 10 now from the 30. They begin the drive with Chubb. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Watson on first and 10. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right sideline. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. Jerry Jeudy, the intended receiver. And now they face second down.
Oh, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Ford straight ahead. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You could feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
And they've got themselves another first and 10. They give inside to Chubb. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means. There's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. A give up the middle to Ford. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Marcus Epps making the play. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Watson. He'll get this complete to Chubb. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. The give now to Chubb. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
This is Ford. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
A split second, all to keep the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Another one for Ford. And he's brought down for a loss.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
Here's Chubb up the middle. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Browns lengthen the lead at the end of the third. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs then, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
On is Hopkins for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns grow their lead yet again.
Raiders nothing.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Abdullah now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Raiders have their offense back out there. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Inside handoff goes to Madison. And that's good for a gain of 5. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Raiders football as we're just counting down this final quarter. This game seems out of hand. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 31. Jump off caught by his back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. That was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Minshew setting up to throw. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Defense coming off that incompletion needs 1 more stop here on 4th. Up the middle they go with Madison. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They went for it and got the 4 yards they needed, and that keeps this drive alive.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Back to throw, Minshew. Dumped off to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
marker. It's 2nd and 5. Minshew working from the gun. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Vegas first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Minshew on first down. He's got Bowers working the sideline. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 20. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for Raiders first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Let's come in here, Brock Minshew. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Raiders putting up points in a game decided. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. First and 10 now from the 30. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Now Ford. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate. And that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll run. This is Chubb. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
3rd and short, it's Watson. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And the offense recovers. They can still advance it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Browns a first. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Ford. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. It's an option to the left side. And a little space is all he needed to reach that 35-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
From the gun, Watson. Has him on the quick hitter. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Here's Chubb. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's a counter give to Chubb. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Again, it's Chubb. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Ground game stopped again. That leaves them with a 4th and short.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. This from just 23 yards away. Carlson's kick is good. And that'll make the lead 26 points.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Hopkins
has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, Minshew. Cut by Marshall. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 41. This is hauled in by Myers. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now Minshew. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had two choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
Fakes the handoff. Now Minshew. Marshall there to bring it in. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. So the Browns will take this win home with them. Man, this one is gonna sting, partner. You pride yourself on defending your building, getting those home victories. Instead, you end up taking a bitter pill today in front of your own fans.
Well, as one coach famously said, we're on to Cincinnati. We're on to Cincinnati. That's all these guys could do after giving one up at home. Just look ahead to the next game. Focus on prepping for the next opponent and working your tail off, and make up for losing in front of the home crowd by giving your fans something to cheer about the next time out.